This story begins with a boy named Akegami, whose father was telling him that 2 are better than 1 and many are better than 2. That's why I am going to live my life on its own, and will make relationships with all the women in the world. Now Akegami has become a young man. He went to his school, and after school, he was going back home when his friends asked him about going to a mixer, and he refused as usual. Because he didn't want any girl. At night he was at a grocery shop for his job and his boss was asking, "Don't you go out on a date or something like that? Because your father at your age was Sue," but he replied, "I am not at all like my father." When he was going back, he saw a car and remembered about his father and thought it wasn't fun at all to enjoy life with women, because he has suffered a lot due to his father. Everybody thought that Akegami was the son of a bad family who destroy women's life and grace. He always hated girls and mixers and wanted to pass the civil service exam for a stable income source. But suddenly a heavy box hit him and he fell down. A girl named Aoba ran to him and asked if he is fine. Akegami was staring at her and was shocked by her beauty, and she asked him if there was any need for an ambulance. Akegami stood up and started walking. He was afraid of his feeling. He went home and tried to sleep, but his thoughts were still on Aoba because he thought she was very pretty. The next day he was staring at girls, and when his friends asked him about a mixer he also agreed and enjoyed it a lot. He was very worried about his doings and his first sight love. Due to his lusty feelings, he was getting water breaking and was about to fail in class. He got an idea, and the next day he signed a leave of absence from school and announced that he is going to be a monk. He came to the temple. Who opened the door was Aoba. Suddenly he tried to lock the door, but she opened it when she saw a stole. She went back and came in proper dressing but wasn't proper. Akegami tried to run, but he fell down. When she came closer he tried to resist, but he uncontrollably proposed to her for marriage. She was shocked and they had tea. She asked about his favorite things and said, "I thought you were supposed to come the next day." He was scared that it was an entrance exam question and I am going to lose, but when he looked at her he can't control his lusty feelings. He asked to use the restroom, and when he went out he saw a cat in a dig. While helping he fell down. Aoba called Kiki and said, "The man I was supposed to meet tomorrow came today and he asked about marriage, please come and help me." But Kiki said, "The man you are supposed to meet with, I am talking with him, who is there?" Aoba was shocked. Suddenly Tsukuyo came and Aoba said, "There is a ghost." When she saw Akegami she really thought that he is a ghost. She fell down, and when Akegami tried to come closer, he mistakenly touched her chest. Aoba kicked him and they started running. He was after them, and a little girl named Courage was about to fall, but he grabbed her and lay her down. While the other side Kagura and Mia was painting. When Mia listened to the noise she came out and got collied with Akegami in a lusty pose. Aoba and Tsukuyo were talking about ghost when Akegami came and Aoba again punched him hard. Kiki came and were laughing at them because of their misunderstandings. Kiki and Aoba started arguing with each other, and Akegami came to know that it was not a temple, it was a nunnery. Aoba apologized for her kicks, but Mia and Tsukuyo were still angry with him. Kiki said, "You may let him stay here and teach him how to become a monk." They had some issues, but she said he is a free servant. Everyone still did not agree with it, and they also told her he is a chest lover. Kiki tried to test him and Akegami was again lusted. But he said, "I don't want to make trouble for you guys," and he left while thinking that Aoba might remember about their first meeting. Now Akegami was sitting on a bench and was thinking about what he'll do now. Suddenly Aoba appeared and said, "I know, now you can't catch a bus to go home, so you may stay the night at our place because we have a lot of space there." But he denied it and said, "Forgot what I said earlier." She said, "We have only met twice and your proposal sounds crazy." They are both shy, and Akegami told her his name. They both stand up, and Aoba, when hearing his full name, was shocked. Mia and Tsukuyo were angry with Akegami because his father had borrowed 20 million yen from that temple. Kagura was voting for repayment through the slave trade or organ trade. But Aoba suggested getting repaid from his body. Everybody was shocked. But she was meant to get work from him as a servant. They had issues with it, but Aoba settled the issue politely. Now she started showing him around the temple, and Akegami said, "I'll do whatever it takes to pay you the money." Aoba said, "I don't know why you want to be a monk, but I know one thing, you are serious." They were holding each other's hands, and the girls were staring at them. Tsukuyo was so angry that she wanted to kick him out at any cost, and Kiki suggested to go with the seduction trap. Kiki also told Tsukuyo to do this by herself. The next morning Akegami woke up early morning and started doing his work. While cooking he saw Aoba and felt lusty. Tsukuyo was angry at him. On the breakfast table she was ready to insult him because of bad cooking, but when she ate she felt amazed because breakfast was very delicious. Akegami was happy about this, but she called him and tried to distract him, and she really did this. She asked him to do cleaning, which he already had done. Tsukuyo also asked him about some IT problems, and he also solved them, and she was shocked. Now, she started torturing him by letting him stand in a shower of cold water, but he was quietly standing there. Because he thought it was a meditation, but it wasn't. Suddenly Aoba came home, and when Akegami saw her, and he felt lust and warmth.
Tsukuyo failed again. While taking a bath, Akegami was relaxing. Suddenly Tsukuyo calls him, and he was naked.
He tried to hide, but Tsukuyo was thinking that she thought when he saw her he'll jump on her and try to do something, and Aoba came in and will kick him out. Nothing was happening like that, so Tsukuyo tried to create a scene by taking off her clothes. But suddenly she caught an incident, and Akegami tried to help her when a box fell on him and he kissed her. Aoba came in and Tsukuyo said it was all Akegami's fault, and Aoba asked him to leave, and she left. Everybody was happy for Tsukuyo because she had done what she wanted to do. They asked how she did this, but she was answerless. Initially she wasn't happy at all. Aoba was also not talking with her. When she tried to talk with her, Aoba told her that when she saw her face she remembers Akegami's naked body. Tsukuyo teased her about it, and she told her that she knew it was Tsukuyo's trap for Akegami, and Kiki told her about this. They sat and talked. Aoba told her that we have no right to distinguish between man and woman. Akegami really wants to change himself, so we should have to help him.
Tsukuyo realizes her mistake, and Aoba asks her to let's go and tell Akegami about everything.
But Kiki told them that he already has packed his stuff and left the temple. Akegami was going, and thinking that he should have punished him, he went to the police station and told the incident to the officer, but he said don't come again. When he went to his old residence, he came to know that his flat has been rented out. It was raining, and he was sitting in a park, thinking about Aoba's beauty, Tsukuyo's teaching to control on his lust. He suddenly remembered the borrowed money, and how to return it. He was disturbed, and suddenly Aoba appeared and asked why he left the temple. He said, "You are the one who told me to leave, but she said you are not that mature that you can live independently. So I'll take care of you, and you have to come with me to the temple."
Tsukuyo was also there, and she apologized for her tricking, but Akegami also apologized for his lusty behavior. Tsukuyo also gave him a piece of paper on which her kiss payment was written. When they came home, Mia was upset about his return. Akegami and Tsukuyo went to the kitchen where Courage was sitting, and she started talking nonsense, but Akegami told her not to talk like that. Tsukuyo went to take a bath, and they started making dinner. Courage started talking and provoking Akegami about Aoba's body and watching her while taking a bath.
She was about to open the bathroom door, but when Akegami tried to stop her, he accidentally opened the door.
Aoba and Tsukuyo yelled at Courage for her teasing and left, but Mia was angry with Akegami.
She asked him to leave on his own, otherwise she'll castrate him.
Aoba and Tsukuyo left by giving him best wishes. Mia came with a girl named Kagura. She said, "I am Mia's elder sister." Mia was angry and rememorized him of their first meeting.
Now a fight between Mia and Akegami has started. While fighting, suddenly Mia's chest pops out. She was embarrassed. Akegami held her breasts because he had no other option but to save himself. Kagura told Mia that now she has to complete the penalty given by Akegami. She also suggested getting ideas from the collection of penances, like filling all the orifices in her body.
But Akegami told him to give it to me for a night, and you don't have to do what you don't want to. But Mia got the wrong idea about his pointing.
While he was sleeping, suddenly Mia came and told him only for a night and started showing her chest and rubbing. Akegami thought it was a dream, but when he saw Kagura he shouted and said, "I don't want anything like that because I was asking for penance."
Mia in embarrassment left the room. When she went into a room, Akegami was already there. Kagura locked them, and Akegami started thinking about how to leave the room.
He tried to give her a blanket, but she refused and said, "Don't come closer." It was cold, so he forcefully gave her a blanket, and she said, "If you'll come closer, you'll turn me on." When he asked about what she said, she replied that forgot about what happened earlier and what I am gonna tell you. She said, "I was the daughter of a family where a girl loves many men. When I tell my friends that I want to make 100 boyfriends, they started parting from me and I was all alone. But then one day Kagura came into my life and we became friends. One day she told me about this nunnery and I decided to change my life." Akegami was crying after listening to her story. When she asked, he told him that this is the same story as mine. They both decide to work together on how to control their lusty feelings. Suddenly Kagura came in and Mia shouted why she do this, and they decided to play penance all night. The next morning when Aoba was cleaning, she heard the voice of Mia and Akegami. When she went closer, she saw they both were playing.
They were very close, and Aoba was shocked. They were all sitting together and Kiki asked Aoba, "Isn't today your meeting with your matchmaker?" And she ran with Akegami. While running, Aoba told him that if she'll never get married then they have to leave the temple, so for all the girls she'll get married. They went to the bus station, but they were late. They borrowed a scooter, but it stopped due to gasoline. Then they jump on a truck and Aoba was stressed that they'll miss the meeting, but Akegami cheer her up, that they'll make it in time. What will happen next?
How was the video? We hope it was good. If so, please check these videos. Also, please comment down your thoughts and your suggestions for future videos. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing now to show the support to our channel. We hope to see you soon with another video right in this channel. Have a nice day.